In today's Urbandoned video, we are joined by Hell on Earth in an attempt to reach one of the abandoned military islands in Scotland. With 6 of us, 2 boats, 1 motor and some rope, it was destined to be an adventure, and things were certainly due to go wrong.
Do you think it's too choppy?
I'll leave it up to you, because frankly, I'm shitting myself.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable right now either.
Remember to click subscribe and press the notification bell to never miss a video.
Easy come, easy go, will you let me go? Bismillah. No!
Yeah!
Hello everyone, we're back. We're doing another one of these types of videos. It's like a mission type of sport. Last one we did was a big boating island where we tried to film in this style, and this time we get on 2 smaller boats and go into another island.
Yeah, yesterday we met up with Hell on Earth. We filmed a place with them. We plan to film some other stuff with them, but the main focus of our trip up to Scotland is this island off the coast of Edinburgh. And we're going to head there today. We've got life jackets, waterproof bags, and rope and an engine, just one engine.
One engine between the 2 boats.
Yeah, Hell on Earth are going to tow us to the island, and then we're going to try and board it. We're going to try 2 different islands. One's a bit closer. We're going to try that one first as like a test. But all will be explained as we get up to the location. We're going to set off soon. We've just woke up. It's about 7:30 because of the tide. We need to be there at a certain time when the tide's lowest, which makes it a bit more safe.
I am here. I'm just getting dressed.
Yeah.
Theo is in the corner. We are a bit
One
late.
sock on.
I've got 1 sock and that's it.
We are a little bit late because Theo loves his sleep.
Yeah. Hopefully it goes well, and we don't drown and this footage does see the light of day. We're going to get to it now.
Our journey had begun. In the early hours of the morning, we set off on a short drive to see the Hell on Earth squad after meeting them the night prior. Thankfully, their notorious van stood out in the waterside car park at this time.
Where's Ho?
Ho. Oh, there's Ho.
Oh God. Not that far.
Here they are.
We need to be.
Good morning.
Oh, they've got an electric pump.
Once having greeted them and dealt with their understandable annoyance at our arrival time, Alex got to work to pump up our boat so we could soon set sail together.
How do you think we're going to get on, Johnny?
Miserably.
Miserably. Do you think we'll actually make it to this island?
Yeah, I reckon that one.
I reckon we will. I'm not so
It's
sure
not.
about
Last night I think it was probably calmer than this when we got here, wasn't it?
Oh, it was
On
beautiful.
this
Oh, did you literally sleep right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything.
There was, it wasn't calm on shore though.
There was some like idiots out in a dinghy, like a cheap dinghy, like drowning.
Oh, okay.
3 of them.
No was there a motor on the dinghy? No motor, that's funny.
They
That.
just had these shit oars and they were screaming, help, help! We've got an audience.
We've got a crew. They're all coming up boats with us. We've charged them all a tenner each.
They were screaming we should have sent these life jackets back. They got recalled!
And you don't think the motor's gonna have enough power to take?
I mean, you can try it, but I towed him on a lake and it was slow.
Yeah.
So with three of us in and towing a boat with two
Yeah.
That was 2 of you, not 6 of us.
That was 2 people, not 6 people.
If it gets us as far as it can.
You can try put some petrol in your boat, but I don't think it'll do anything. It's quite spacey already.
I know, it's like a...
It's warm, it fits us comfortably.
Do you know what it's like? It's like a paddling pool. You bought a paddling pool?
As long as the water doesn't go inside.
Water coming into that.
But it's so big, ours. But ours could have had a motor on. Then it would be the same looking.
That's not actual like heart. That's like. I don't know. I guess.
No, it's the same.
I guess this looks a bit more weird.
After a while, both modes of transport were at maximum air capacity, and it was about time to go and scout our departure point up close.
See you over there. Finally, we got.
Might be needing it.
Bro, that's so sick. He's getting in first.
It seems sturdy as fuck. It seems better than I thought. Now it's just broken. Right.
We'll see you there in like 10 minutes.
Ain't got that far. Can you grab that back? This one.
Get us your back handle.
Back handle.
Yeah, we're going to push you from the back. You need to spin.
You got it.
Yeah, let's give it a go.
What if you just held us?
Go for the push technique. Yeah. Which will be
Right, spin
content.
yourself round. Bring your front in line with our front.
No, we're talking about
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
Fucking get back there.
Don't get too close behind.
Yeah, don't. Just roll down the road.
True.
Hang on.
Hang about.
Oh shit.
It's not got a reverse.
Once we'd all safely made it off land, we then had to find a suitable way to utilise the one sturdy piece of rope and motor in order to see if Hell on Earth's yellow boat could fulfil our prayers and tow us near to the island in the distance.
Yeah.
We're coming in hot.
Right, just a bit. Oh shit.
It's like bumper cars now.
Incoming.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, but you're not towing out that.
Very slowly. Right, keep tension.
Ooh.
Hold it like the. Yeah, that works.
Just keep looking at it, Alex, because you'll have to push it away if it gets further.
We need like full extension tension. We are off. We are currently off.
Fucked.
We are currently off.
Bro!
It's working.
Oh, it's getting a bit bouncy, man.
Off we go. Literally sailing the seven seas.
It was a surreal feeling to be finally moving towards Inchgarvie Island, particularly because this was our first real experience with these inflatable boats in maybe overly challenging circumstances. All we could do now was enjoy the trip and the beautiful setting around us as we gained ground at a decent rate.
This is fucking crazy. This is fucked.
In a way, I was scared that we were slightly unprepared for this, but coming into it and from what I've seen other people doing it and stories, I think in a way we're perfectly prepared. I think we did everything we could have done.
Yeah.
With the time we had and the money that we had.
Yeah. It's about making the most on a budget.
It is. We are going to invest in one of them though. I feel like we should.
100%.
Even if we don't use it entirely for exploring, we can still use it for, I don't know, trips away.
Perhaps getting a little too big for our boots, the unpredictability of an adventure like this soon lowered our elation in the blink of an eye.
But this,
Do you think it's too choppy?
it is quite choppy. What do you think?
If we head over there, I can't control the steering with you attached at all. I can only go in straight lines.
Right.
So the choice is that you either unhook when you get close and steer yourself,
Yeah.
or you don't. So I can go, I'll leave it up to you because frankly I'm shitting myself.
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable right now either.
This is choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is proper choppy.
If we go under that little pier, we can.
But we don't want to hit the side.
Yeah, but I think it's probably deep and then it's just rock. So go to that pier, so we can tie the boat to the pier and jump off there.
So how the fuck are we gonna be able to row in this?
No.
Not from here. We're not jump clipping here. We're not well far away.
That pier bit, it looks alright.
The big pier bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could pull there. Maybe we could tie the boats to the actual pier. It looks alright.
I think I can get to you to there, but then you're gonna have to unhook and steer yourself. With you on the back, it just fucking swings out like that.
It's good concept, isn't it?
So you want me to start driving that way alongside it and then unhook?
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not sure.
I don't know how else we're going to do it. I think that's perfect.
Because it's also going to be very difficult
To get back off.
to get you back on.
Yeah. You got to think about getting back as well.
So, have a minute and decide.
I think that's our best bet.
It's our best bet, but how are we getting out?
It doesn't look that bad.
I don't know if you can tell being in that boat, but the river's wanting to push that way.
Well, it's mood's changed. It's proper cloudy now. It looks like.
That's why I'm going that way to keep in line with it. Because once I go sideways, it's the
Yeah. Oh, it's less choppy here,
Make sure they're slacking off a tad. Can we just get on that boat that's coming?
Oh my god.
What?
Look at it.
Yeah, it's fucked, mate. Yeah, it's pretty bad, isn't it?
See what I mean?
It's bad. It is proper bad.
It's because all the water
What's that?
freezes this big. Boys,
Yeah.
every time I turn it front,
Yeah.
It's
it'll be that way.
Yeah. It's
Sack it. Go back, I think.
Sack it off.
Yeah.
We got no choice.
Okay, set. Head back and reevaluate
Yeah.
our lives.
Yeah. You shouldn't feel
No, you
safe.
shouldn't, yeah.
It's Alistair's fucking
It's not even like I don't feel like we're gonna go in. Oh, bro.
No, I don't feel like we're gonna go in.
Bro.
I don't feel like
We're gonna get wetter. We're gonna get wetter.
Yeah, we'll probably get back.
Oh my god, they're taking all of it.
I don't feel like we're getting wet or go in. I feel like it's the cause of we might not have a way back. We're reevaluating because it's really choppy. We're so close, but because we're being towed, we can't turn against the tide. The water is pushing this way, so we can't currently, with Lloydie towing us, we can't turn to dock somewhere close. So we're heading back in. It is extremely choppy out at this part compared to when we set off as well. The weather's changed, it's quite cold, there's a breeze, there's a bit of rain. It's almost like it's foreshadowing in a sense. So we're heading back to reevaluate and then we'll see what we can do. We might just do a ferry crossing where we get 2 at a time.
Right, I wish you guys good luck. Just give us a text if it's not going well.
Yeah, I don't have my phone. Get all them.
I'll text you if you just roll out in that, yeah?
Yeah.
Message you on Instagram, say like,
Yeah, I'll send
where
you,
are
I'll
you?
send you a Snapchat if we're going down.
Yeah.
Streaks.
I know we'll never see it again.
Wow, this is quite poetic. Off they go.
Oh, it's rapid without anyone on it. Right, Facebook Marketplace, Edinburgh, engine. There'll be one washing up in a bit.
Following a short break and discussion regarding our options, we decided the best choice was to have Mark and Al sail off to circle the island, ideally returning with the good news that they had found a safe passage and docking area. Although it hadn't come across too clearly on camera, the sea was dangerously choppy and we could feel the waves beneath us wanting to drag us into the North Sea. Our new plan brought fresh hope as we noticed the storm-like weather was passing, so we anxiously awaited the return of 2/3 of Hell on Earth to hear what they had found, sure they would bring clarity and detail back to us.
Everyone's walking at the same pace.
That's the verdict.
Hello.
Towing your car.
Thanks Al for the wonderful news. Surprisingly they weren't towing our car, and as you can see our boat was being returned to the water. Here's Mark's take on what they had discovered.
Mark, can you give him the plan? Or the viewers?
Give the viewers the plan.
Yeah.
They're asking you to do bits for their video.
Yeah, come on.
We don't even do this for ours.
Make it funny, make sure it's funny.
You can fuck off.
Okay.
No. Do you want me to actually tell you?
Yeah.
Alright, so the plan is, we're going to tow you.
You
We're
can.
going to tow you fucking fools out to there, and then you're going to be the canaries and find a landing spot.
Yeah. You found a route that's nice and smooth, the water.
I won't say smooth.
Well,
I'd say it's smoother than what we've just been through.
it's just like this.
Basically, the way we went originally is like anal without lube.
Mark's analogy was far too intelligent for the average human mind to comprehend, so we decided to leave it out of this video. Anyway, everything seemed set and we clambered back into our vessels with newfound confidence, each with a refined idea of how we could make this absurd mission succeed, and hoping that the next time we exited our boats, it would be to board Inchgarvie.
Come on.
Let's do it. Alex literally looks like he's got a horse.
Yeah, he literally looks like a horseback rider.
Horseback there. We have the luxury lap.
Yeah, we're just chilling.
That's mad.
Taking the sights, get the cinematics.
Oh, straight into the wall. I'm out, back out to sea.
Come on.
Stop going in. If I'd have had a little bit in the head.
Mark! Mark! Are we going through there? What? Are we going like that? Yeah.
With morale high again, we comfortably progressed in a much quicker fashion towards Inchgarvie, this time really taking in our surroundings before the going was bound to get tough imminently. So what had motivated us to access this island when it was almost certain that nothing would remain inside it? As shown already, the mission aspect is a clear contender, specifically with Hell on Earth, when we outlined this scheme to them months before. Like our past 2 mission explorations, the structures have been extremely isolated, in what seems to be land that man has left to rot, and this was no different. However, Inchgarvie and its neighbours, that, to note, we had decided we wouldn't be visiting today due to their distance from the shore, might be the most historical sites we had visited in this series, dating all the way back to the 1400s. We will dive into its incredible past soon, but the main focus now was to ensure we could board the island at all, with every member of the crew, which had been our #1 issue up to now.
We're really close. Oh, this is crazy.
We're now as close as we've been so far, and Lloydie was definitely right. Look at the conditions of the water here compared to when we were literally just about there under the bridge. He's just now trying to find somewhere we can get to shore and tie the boat up, but it looks like we can get in here somehow. It's just how close we can get without popping it.
You can keep one of these so you can attach your boat to the thing. That's what I'm thinking. You unclip that.
You do what flipping now?
It is so calm.
Unclip that left one. And you
It's way better on this side.
Yeah.
You unclip that left one. This one.
You don't. You unclip.
Yeah,
Right, see you in a bit.
See you on the.
See you on the island.
Are you just
What
gonna?
I'm thinking is if this sinks, we've still got a rescue boat.
Yeah, that is true.
Right.
And if we both sink, then we'll die together.
Yeah, and then we've got the bargaining power then. You're a captain when you've got to go down with it. Who's the captain of your boat?
Him, obviously.
Yeah, me.
You're there.
I'm happy to go down with it.
Right, we're already drifted. We're not drifting that much, as much as I thought.
It's calm here.
Yeah, it's not as far as much as I thought.
They're gonna go have a look at the seal.
That is no seal.
We are drifting towards it, to be fair.
What drifting? This is effort. Word being put in.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, there was 2 there, and they're all flying. Literally all of these herons. I've never seen so many.
Yeah. I'm gonna go use sides first. We're here now. We're here. Can do the budget. I don't know, just find the rock to swing over. Yeah, it's fine. That's the easy part.
I need to film this. You've got a joke for it. There we go.
Masterfully, without any past experience, Alex was able to sliver up onto Inchgarvie despite the slippy seaweed-covered rocks, becoming the first of 6 to successfully enter the island.
And we're on. the first ones down. Alistair next. In fact, yeah, I try to get him to secure it somehow. Take your time. It is fun. Just don't want you to slip it out yourself. Go on. Just take your time. Pull it in.
Maybe just going from.
Go in from the front, yeah. Go on from the front. I'm gonna do a bag pass after this.
Yeah, Alice, if you stay there, if you pass the bags to him. Yeah, just bring it on.
For rocks, you're all good. There's like no rocks, you're fine. No.
No, it's all.
It's just really slippy. At least. The Hell on Earth ship docked next, until eventually 6 out of 6 men had squeezed up into the limited space of the hazardous rocky terrain. When the boats were tied up securely, we started to climb carefully up the treacherous land, aiming to ascend to the first building we could see. I'll be even more careful not to go to that one. After minutes of groaning and selecting the correct foot placement, our target was within reach, thinking that virtually everything we had worked towards all morning had led us to our next few steps. Yeah, there's no way. But we just went back, just did it again. We gave it 20 minutes. It is quite motivational, this one.
When the water gets a bit choppy, don't give up. Good laugh though, isn't it? And then when they estimate work, what have you learned the week?
Finally, we had arrived on Inchgarvie Island, requiring a few minutes to collect ourselves before starting the exploration. Having boarded on the east side, we were in the perfect position to work our way across the premises and not miss any detail that did remain. But first, the ocean had a little surprise for us.
There's a seal. There's a seal. There's a seal. Oh yeah.
That's literally where we were. It's a bit creepy. Just a little point. Now everyone's left this area. This is really cool. I feel like this was the leading artillery. Would have obviously been placed here because it has the best view of anything coming in from the East Seas. Obviously nothing remains on this island now, it's just ruins, but still a very historical place. And a pleasure to be walking around on it, especially through what we went through. The tour guide might be a bit confused. Hello!
Whoa! There's a dog! Scared the seals off, you bastard!
You're like a zoo animal.
They actually don't usually come out, they've only come out because we're here.
So, there's another building this way, somewhere. Problem, I think, now is just being able to navigate it and film it while at the same time. It's such a strange contrast because you're out at sea, but we're not that far, and we're next to such big man-made structures. That's it. Bosh.
This has been untouched for years. The staircase is full of bushes. And it takes you up to this platform here, which I believe would have another artillery place. It's a bigger space than the one that was inside at the start. And it gives you a great view over the rest of the island. You can see our boats down there tied together. Hopefully they'll stay there for the rest of this explore. Working our way up to the peak of the island, past multiple artillery placements, it was a remarkable spectacle all around us. On one side you could see the symbolic cross silhouetted against the winter sun, somehow having remained intact throughout years of storm and fierce winds, whilst behind us you can witness a marvel of engineering, being the Forth bridge that towered above us as if to portray how outdated this island is.
Both up now. I think this is pretty much the highest point of the fort. I guess the wide angle gives it some perspective of height. It is quite high. Also, there's a lot to explore here though.
Inchgarvie, as mentioned, was first recorded in the late 15th century, with a castle laying on its west end. Its strategically important position placed on the main route for anything crossing the Firth of Forth permitted it to be licensed to become fortified in 1491 by King James IV. Meanwhile, the historic castle was being used as a prison, and the entire island was also made a place of exile for the plague-stricken in 1580. At the start of the 17th century, Oliver Cromwell ordered these structures to be demolished to make way for a modernised fort, built to resemble a warship from afar. Over the next centuries, the island had its forts modified and renewed across many leaderships, only really used against irregular Danish attacks until it became vital in the First World War, armed with two 12 PDR guns in 1901 in correlation with gun emplacements on the mainland to the north of the Firth of Forth. Two more guns were added in the early months of the war, intended to cover the controlled minefield across the bay and to defend against fast-moving torpedo boats attempting to destroy the Forth Bridge's foundations or the Rosyth dockyard. The guns were removed around the 1930s, and the island has been mostly uninhabited since. There is so much history to it, with so many recognisable names and situations it was involved in, that it would be impossible to fit it in this feature, so we will leave a link in the description if you want to read more.
Oh, be curious sets of stairs. Oh, there's a huge tree in the door. See how much nature's taken over. It's just a sanctuary for birds. There's a lot of bones everywhere as well. Bits of graffiti there. I wonder how old these all are. Ah, here's the way up into the tower. The staircase is hardly on by the looks of it. You see it wobbling?
Yeah.
It's a tight squeeze to get in here. You have to take the bag off. Empty but really cool. I'm not sure what they would have had in here. It's probably just a lookout point is my best guess. Gives some really good oversight of this section of the island.
What we hadn't anticipated was that beneath us lay an array of rooms that had probably been designed to be invisible from an external look, buried deep into the island. Luckily they hadn't flooded, so we were keen to take a gander.
You literally can't see any of it, can you?
It's mostly like a mud slope. My God. This is really cool. Because they burrowed into the whole island.
Bloody trees. Should all get cut down.
Thank God. I didn't realise there were so many rooms down here. The remains of a fireplace. Most of the rooms have them. The nature coating the brickwork in green and the trees sprouting out through the skylights expresses how long these ruins have been vacated, where there has been no effort in protecting the island and time has been the only factor.
Look at the sheer amount of bones on the floors here. You can't tell if they're twigs or bones.
Do you think they're birds?
Yeah, 100%. Or kill that birds have got potentially. The wind stops as soon as you get in here. You could always imagine being hunkered down here in like the really hard winters.
I feel like this might have been ammunition storage. I think they'd keep it down underneath.
Getting closer towards the bridge now. Really appreciating how big that thing is when you're on a small little island next to it. Back out into the wind. The harsh conditions that this place faces.
Concrete's crumbled, that's when you know.
You can see the rest of the guys over there. They look like they're really far away, there's so much more to go.
What is over there?
Don't know. Some metal structures and some old scaffolding built. To the wind here. That old walkway, that looks seriously in bad condition. Somewhere, but there'll be more rooms. At least there's something in here. It does appear that all the floors were wooden, which kind of surprises me, considering the conditions this place would have had to go through. Look at the I know, but look at the poo in here. Look at the state of that. It's been a while since I've seen poo that highly stacked.
You're going to hear much of me because of how windy it is. Wow. This is quite spectacular. After the pier, there was only few sections of the island we were yet to have seen, which did include the small remnants of the oldest part, the castle. The tide getting higher and what appeared to be more storm clouds approaching on the horizon enhanced our speed in this area, knowing that, for safety, we should leave as rapidly as we could. Look at the staircase. The metal railings are just eroded away. We've seen all the buildings of the island, besides these little ruins here. It's obviously quite small, but still such an amazing mission. Riding here in the boat, or in the two boats being towed with an engine or something else. Even though the actual island itself doesn't have like incredible things left on it, it's very historic and has been a treat to wander across. Mark pointed out that the metal apparatus was potentially the old machinery for the Forth Bridge's lighting, now long replaced by more up-to-date equipment. To us, now as close to the gigantic structure as we could get besides swimming, we had come to the west end of Inchgarvie, and it was time to return to the opposite side to see if we could make it to our cars in one piece.
Alex has walked them round, so just trying to get them sorted so we can get in. Right, Alistair, off you go. There's one of us going in. You're in. 1 out of 6. 2 out of 6.
Just take my bag back. I want to live with the seals.
Right, we're all aboard.
So wet. Right.
We're in.
Oh, I'm soaking with.
We would fortunately be able to retreat from the island without any bother, and just to sum up our whole adventure, the sun even popped out for our leg back to shore. It had been a mission that we will look back on way into the future, and a lesson that you can never trust your gut whilst at sea, because no account of planning and care can prepare you for an abrupt weather change in an instant. The whole ordeal wouldn't have been possible without the lads at Hell on Earth, so we recommend, if you haven't come across their channel by now, checking it out in the description to see their side of things whenever it goes up. To finish with, we definitely have unfinished business in this area, as our 2-island plan didn't work out, so if you have enjoyed watching our first boating experience for Urbandoned, be on the lookout, as there are many areas now possible for us to venture to soon. Here are some of our photographs from Inchgarvie Island. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Remember to take a peek at our Patreon below if you want to see bonus footage, bits that had to be cut out because Hell on Earth can't be trusted, and behind the scenes of our whole trip. We hope you enjoyed our longest video to date. See you next time.